Good morning, Blackburn families. My name is Lisa Linton, and I'm the reading coach over at Blackburn Elementary School. The story I have to you is called Michael's Golden Rules, and I'm reading this story to you on behalf of our staff and administration at Blackburn. We miss you, and we hope you are all doing well, and we're here for you, and we can't wait to see you again when school opens. So this story, Michael's Golden Rules, was written by Dolores Jordan, Rosalind Jordan, and the famous athlete, Michael Jordan. Hope that you'll enjoy it. Today, as we read the story, I want you to use the pictures, readers, to help you think. Pictures often give us a clue as to what the character might be feeling, or we might even have connections to what that character's feeling. So let's use the pictures today to help us think. So when we look at this first picture, it looks like we have a baseball game going on here. And when you look at his face, just think about what he might be feeling or thinking right now as he's getting ready to hit that ball. Let's see. Jonathan bit his lip as he readied himself to swing. 2 outs and bases loaded. The count was 3-2. He was ready. The pitcher wound up. The ball whizzed past Jonathan as he swung and missed. "Strike 3, you're out." Jonathan slowly walked to the dugout. He could hear calls of, "That's okay, and we'll get him next time." But all he wanted to do was go home. Jonathan walked home from the game with his best friend Michael and Michael's Uncle Jack. Jonathan was glad Uncle Jack was here today, since Jonathan's mom had to work. "You boys played a good game," Jonathan couldn't help saying. "But we lost. How could we have played a good game when we lost?" "There's a lot more to a game than winning or losing, Jonathan. It's all about how you play the game. That's what makes a player great. That's what counts." Jonathan was silent, and Michael piped up. "Uncle Jack knows a lot about baseball. Uncle Jack tell us about the 10 golden rules of baseball, the ones you made up when you played in college, please." "Why don't you come by tomorrow, boys, and we can talk then?" Jonathan couldn't wait. And you can look at this picture and get an idea of how the boys might be feeling when they go over to see Uncle Jack. The next day was Saturday. Michael and Jonathan walked the few blocks from their neighborhood to Uncle Jack's house. "Hi, boys. I'm glad you came by. I have my book here that Michael told you about, my book of the golden rules, the 10 golden rules. These got me through some of the tough games of school. Maybe they'll help you too." Michael and Jonathan read through the rules. Number 1, know the game. Here they are right here. Number 2, pay attention to the coach at all times. Number 3, know your opponent. Number 4, be a team player. Number 5, practice winning with a winning attitude. Number 6, find out what you do best. Number 7, find out what you need to work on. Number 8, practice, practice, practice. Number 9, learn from your mistakes. And number 10, have fun. "Well, thanks, Uncle Jack," said Michael. Here are the boys looking at the golden rules, and you can tell by the look on their face they seem pretty interested. Later that afternoon, Michael and Jonathan traded baseball cards. "Wow, look, Michael," shouted Jonathan. "Hank Aaron, he's awesome. He can hit 1,000,000 home runs and steal 1,000 bases. I'll bet he knows the golden rules of baseball." "He sure plays like he does," said Michael. "I hope these rules will help us in the game tomorrow." "There's only one way to find out," said Jonathan. He read Rule 7 out loud. "Find out what you need to work on." "Well, I know what I need to work on. My swing." Well, let's go to the park and practice a little. I'm in, said Michael. I need to work on my pitching. Let's go. They picked up their baseball cards and they ran. Michael and Jonathan practiced all afternoon until it was time to go home for dinner. Looks like they're talking about something here. The next day was the big game. Hurry up, you guys, it's time to go, Michael's papa yelled. It's the big day. We're going to be late for the last game of the season if you don't hurry. Inside the car, Michael said to Jonathan, Man, wouldn't it be great if we made it to the playoffs? I can see it now. Badgers make it to the Little League World Series. Yeah, Jonathan replied, wishing for a win, especially today. His mother was getting off work early to come to the game. Hey, boys, over here, called Coach Peters when the boys walked up onto the field. Okay, this is the big day. We have to go out there and play like a team. And there's no heroes. We all play together, cover each other, help each other out. If you make a mistake, don't worry. Just keep your head up and stay focused. Play hard and play to win. If we win today, we make it to the playoffs. Now go out there and get warmed up. No matter how hard Jonathan tried, he kept losing focus and making mistakes. First he dropped the ball, then he threw it over his teammate's head. And then he struck out, and in the dugout, Jonathan read the rules again and again. But it seemed like reading the rules did no good. Looks like he's really trying. Okay, guys, bring it in, Coach Peters called in the bottom of the second. Bobby, take shortstop, and Jonathan, you take third. And when I give you the signal, be ready to drop back and play deep. Kids always hit down the third base line, Coach said. Jonathan had felt bad this week prior when he had overthrown the ball to Bobby. The team co-captain said in a whisper, Come on, Coach, take him out of the game. He's always messing up. Then Jonathan remembered the second golden rule. Pay attention to the coach at all times. All right, Coach, Jonathan replied. Just as Coach had said, the ball came down Jonathan's way, and Jonathan was in the right place to scoop it up and make the play. Nice play, Jonathan, shouted Michael from the pitcher's mound. So he didn't give up, and he kept playing and made some good plays. A couple of innings went by, and the game was close. Badgers 4, Cougars 5. Okay, guys, top of the fourth. Hustle up. Make it a short inning. Whack! The ball sailed toward Jonathan. I got it! Bobby yelled. Dashing in front of Jonathan, he tripped and fell. Always stepping in to help where you are needed, Jonathan moved quickly to catch the ball and made the play. Turning to Bobby, Jonathan decided that this would be a good time to put the team first rather than get back at Bobby for treating him badly when he made a mistake. Hey, Bobby, everyone makes mistakes. Come on, let me help you up. Look at that face right there. What does that tell you about how Jonathan might be feeling right now? What he might be thinking? He looks determined, doesn't he? He looks focused. Looks like he's not going to give up. It was the bottom of the fifth. Badgers 4, Cougars 7. Jonathan was at bat. Swing, batter, swing! Swing, batter! The other team chanted. Come on, Jonathan. You have a great swing. Just keep your eye on the ball, Coach yelled. Jonathan reminded himself to listen to what the coach said. smack. Whoa, way to go, Jonathan, his teammates yelled. Jonathan got to first base and brought in one run. Jonathan felt like he could do it again, even better. Practicing more made a difference. Okay, boys, let's hold them to 7, Coach Peters said at the top of the 6th. We still have a shot at winning. Yeah, if the bench warmers stay on the bench where they belong, Bobby said under his breath so only Jonathan could hear. Soon there were 2 outs, but the next pitch to the Cougars was a hit. Whack! The ball flew high into the air. Over third base. Heads up, Jonathan! It's coming your way, Coach yelled. Moving to get under the ball, Jonathan told himself, I can do it. I can do it. Stay focused. I wonder if he's going to do it. He's going to catch the ball. Looks like he did. Jonathan ran and stood under the ball with his arm raised up. Bobby, it's mine, he called. The ball landed right in Jonathan's glove. You're out, he heard the umpire call. That's the inning. Wow, good catch, said Bobby as he walked past Jonathan toward the dugout. Jonathan smiled to himself and answered, Thanks, Bobby, and followed him to the dugout. A lot more going on here. In the bottom of the last inning, the Badgers gave it their all. Michael almost hit a home run with a man on first and second, but the Cougars' right fielder reached over the fence and grabbed it. Jonathan hit the ball to the Cougars' shortstop, who tagged the man on second, heading to third. And on the last at-bat, Bobby grounded out. The Badgers had tried hard, but they could not get past the Cougars. The Cougars were on fire. The final score was the Badgers 5 and the Cougars 7. The Badgers had lost, and the Cougars were going to the playoffs. Guys, you did a good job out there today. You didn't win the game, but you played like winners, Coach Peters told them as they huddled. Even though they were not going to the playoffs, Jonathan still felt like a winner. He turned to Michael. Man, I sure had fun today. I know we didn't win, but I still feel good because we played together and we gave it our all. Just like your Uncle Jack said, it's how you play the game. That's what counts. Now that's what I call a home run, said Michael as he smiled at Jonathan. You got it, said Jonathan. And when next year comes around, we'll be ready. You said it, said Jonathan. He raised his hand for a high five. Here's the golden rules again. Know the game, pay attention, know your opponent, be a team player, practice with a winning attitude, find out what you do best, find out what you need to work on, practice, 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 learn from your mistakes, and have fun. Those are good rules of life. If you ever get a chance to read this book, and I know it's going to be in our library next year because we ordered it, there's also a wonderful introduction from Michael Jordan himself, and I'd love for you to be able to read that. Maybe on our next read, I'll read that to you. Have a great day.